With this little video, I would like to give you some tips and ideas for materials to use for this very detailed applique design. The background I have made as a strip quilt block. This one is actually for my second largest hoop, which is 8 by 11 or 20 by 28 centimeters. And I have used, as you can see, 5 batik strips to make it. I have a design, and in the hoop design that I made last autumn, where you can actually make this quilt block in the hoop on your embroidery machine. But you can also very easily make it on your sewing machine on a piece of quilt batting, and simply just sew on the strips one by one until you have gathered them all. For the background, you can make it longer, and that's easier on your sewing machine. This one is actually going to be a pillow for a friend of Ole's, who is also a captain. He has a bigger boat than we do. But as you can see here, the beard on this guy, on this Sailor Tom, is made with velour. And over here I've put some of the materials that I've tested for beards. This one, I must admit, I haven't tested yet, but this is the same as the quilt batting, as you can see here. It is quite sturdy. It's with bamboo, so you can't tear it easily. It's very firm, but it would make a nice beard as well, and also pretty washable. This one is washed wool. That's the one I used on Ole's jeans shirt, a denim shirt, and also on the denim jacket that I made for my son. I think this wool will not endure very hot water, so if you want to wash your jacket or shirt on high temperatures, then you should probably not use wool for the beard. Here is the cotton velour. It's a stretchy material that I really love because it's so soft. It's cotton and 20% polyester, I think. That's what I use for the beard on this guy, and also his eyebrows and his walrus mustache. It worked very well, and it does not fray. It makes a little lint, but when it's stopped, it's just perfect for beard. On a smaller version of my, I have it over here, I will bring it into the photo. See here, it's the 5 by 7, 13 times 18 centimeter Sailor Tom. I have used a blue grayish linen for the beard because his face is so small that the thicker materials, the more fluffy ones, would be simply too thick to fit in with these little parts here. So I used a linen material. You could also use felt. This one is a bit thick, but a hobby felt would be nice to use as beard as well on the smaller designs. So as you can see, you can use various kinds of material for making the beard, the walrus mustache, and the brows. I will remove the smaller one here, put him to a side, and go back to this one. For the coat, I really love to mix materials to get various kinds of textures in my applique designs. So here I have used, as you can see, a satin cotton for his shirt. But on Ole's shirt, I used this one. It's kind of a woven cotton canvas or something that I had in my stash, and it worked fine as shirt as well. And the stripes, as you can see here, they are embroidered on his sweater. If you do not want to embroider these stripes, you can actually omit the green stripes and use a stripe material for his shirt, which is the first part you stitch on this Sailor Tom design. For his coat, I have used linen, a yellow one, to make it look like a raincoat. I actually considered using oilcloth, but it was too heavy and it wouldn't be nice to wear with oilcloth on it. But if you were going to make a pillow or just a picture to hang on the wall or something that shouldn't be worn, then you could probably use a yellow oilcloth and make it even more realistic, looking like a raincoat. I really like the various kinds of textures in an applique design. For his face, I have this gorgeous, I really love it, and this is the last piece I've got. So when this is used up, I don't know what to do. So if you've seen it somewhere, tell me please. This is very cute because it's skin toned, well, European skin toned, and with various shades of pink and peach. I love it, and I've used that for his face. And to get it more, what can I say, 3D, like you could put under, I did that on Ole's jacket and also on Anders's. You could put a thin layer of quilt batting. This one is the iron-on type under the batik fabric to make it a bit heavier so that he gets more features, as you can see here. But I also did one where I didn't use that. On the smaller versions, I wouldn't put under the quilt batting. For his hat, as you can see, the hat is a combination of stitches and applique. And I had this gorgeous velour. It's a woven velour in this case to put at the top of his hat, and then I stitched the rest. As you can see here, I used metallic thread for his anchor on the hat, and metallic thread on these heavy stitches here could be kind of a challenge. So I recommend that you lower your speed on your embroidery machine to the lowest possible, and then be patient. I also experienced that the thread breaks, but I think it's worth it that it's gold metallic thread for this anchor. I think it looks nice. And here you can see the materials that I used. The last bit I have up here is a dotted, white dotted batik. This guy, this Sailor Tom, he's without his friend because he wouldn't fit into the finished in the hoop quilt background. So I had to omit the gull, or put no gull on his head in this case. But I made gulls with this on Ole's and Anders's jacket because I think a gull, which is white mostly, but it's also kind of whimsical and fun to make it with a small pattern. It could be small flowers or it could be small dots like these. So go for it and make some funny, funky gulls. And as one of you in the group commented on in the comments, you asked if it wasn't Kiney in a tiny version. And yes, it is Kiney, the gull, the Scottish gull, that I have befriended with Sailor Tom, because I think they made a great couple. So this was a little tip video for you if you want to make your own Sailor Tom, or whatever you like to call him. There might be more sailors. Maybe I feel inspired to make more masculine designs now, because to be frank, not many men would like to have a braided hairdo or hairstyle with flowers on the back of their shirt. It's much more cool to have Sailor Tom or similar cool characters. So enjoy and happy stitching, and feel free to write me if you are in doubt whether a material would be suited or not for your Sailor Tom. Thank you for listening and watching.